The Cobweb ride is an adventure bike 4-day camping trip in Southern California. Each year the route is a little different. It is called the Cobweb because this is the time of year that you dust off that old camping gear and head out for the last ride of the season. Gear ready? Bikes loaded? Let's go! Our ride begins on the Angeles Crest Highway. Soon the weather turns and we encounter fog. The fog got so bad at one point that we couldn't see even 10 feet in front of us. Soon the fog clears up, only to discover that it had snowed the night before. Avi packed a lot of gear. Turns out he would need it later in the day. We stopped for lunch at Newcomb's Ranch, kind of a motorcycle hangout. We met a couple adventuring around the mountains on TW200s. Boy, they were having fun. Brian had all the color matching gear. It was lunch back on the road to Tehachapi Mountain State Park. The weather was cold and wet, and we were the only ones in the entire campground. We met Patrick from Northern California. He rode in on a Cajiva. He explained that was a mix of parts of every different kind of bike. It was cook dinner and build a campfire to stay warm. Headlamps off and the day was over. Day 2 we were headed for the Sequoias, Ponderosa Ranch. The morning started off cold. Jeff built us a campfire which helped a lot. Bikes packed and we were off again. We found clues that people had actually traveled this way before us. Let's see if I can pass Avi on the Tenere and catch the others. Soon we hit the dirt roads. Had a little discussion on which way might be the right direction. The Cajiva and Patrick did awesome in the dirt. This part of the Sequoia forest is absolutely beautiful. Avi found a tree that was so big. We all got our picture taken in front of it. But when you put the KTM in front, the tree didn't look so big anymore. Jeff met the owner of the Ponderosa Lodge and soon had her laughing. Avi met the cook. I think he was just hungry. It was dinner in the lodge, and we were all tired after the long day, and so the day ended. Day 3, our route would take us through Kennedy Meadows and Big Bear, but we awoke to bikes that had ice all over them. It had been a cold night, and it wasn't warming up fast. As we went up the hill into Kennedy Meadows, it did warm up quickly. Brian stopped alongside of the road to wave as the church bus went by. Later he would claim that he had gotten hot and was changing his underwear. The views from Kennedy Meadows, Sherman Pass, were gorgeous. I think that's Mount Whitney off in the distance there. It was down 9 Mile Canyon to the desert floor, and across the desert floor to California City for lunch at the famous Gloria's Mexican restaurant. After lunch, we met some bikers on funny-looking bikes. They called them Harley Davidsons. Up to Big Bear, it was a campfire and dinner again to end the day. Day 4 was return to San Diego. Avi started off the morning with his famous Turkish coffee. We had trouble getting the PC up and going in the morning. Brian had woken up with a swollen eye after being stung by a bee yesterday. The other Brian had a different explanation.
Don't ever mess with me at the campfire again, or you know what. Oh, it's on video now, huh? Yeah.
Thanks to the team for another great ride. Avi, you make it all fun. Awesome job. Patrick got the nickname Most Interesting Man in the World. Thanks for the great stories. Brian decided to rip up the dirt. No catching him this time. Jeff, as always, you had everyone charmed and laughing. Brian P. loved your sense of humor. You had Avi laughing. Thanks for another great ride. We'll see you on the next adventure.